So can you just go into some detail about what biofungicides are and how they differ from traditional chemical fungicides?
That's a very good question. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. Biofungicides are, as a term, some of the beneficial microorganisms, including bacteria or fungi, that are formulated to use to protect the grapevine or any other crop in that sense.
Okay. And then are there some specific diseases in grapes that biofungicides are effective against or ineffective against, for that matter?
For the grapevine, most common grapevine diseases, which are powdery mildew, botrytis bunch rot, and grapevine trunk diseases, yes, there are many available biofungicide that my lab has been doing the research on that. So when you go to my lab website, you will see some research results that not only biofungicide, but also we do the synthetic fungicide as well that you can see. And then, yes, there are a lot of alternatives. We have been using it. Some of them are more successful than the others, depending on the pathogen, how the pathogen interacts with the host. Of course, there are options.
What was that website that you mentioned?
Which is my lab website, which is Eskalen lab website, which is a lab name with my last name.
And we can find some of that research there.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges that growers face when using biofungicides compared to using conventional methods?
That's a very good point. For the biofungicide, as a rule of thumb, biofungicide cannot compete in terms of the protection against the synthetic fungicide. Okay, but biofungicide provide you sustainable and a long-term, possibly, the protection of your crop. The reason for that, most of the biofungicide has a multi-mode of action of the managing the diseases. When it comes to synthetics, they have either one, two, or limited mode of action. Because of that, we always encourage our growers to not only stick with the synthetic fungicide. If you are not organic, you either alternate or combine with the biofungicide to provide you the sustainable way of prevention or protection. If I have to give you an example, for example, on powdery mildew of the grapevine, right now we have a resistance isolate. It's very common, getting common against the strobilurin group of the fungicide in California. That is the kind of like the wake-up call for our growers to how to prevent that kind of things not happening in the future for the other. I gotta tell you, fungicides are very good, useful tools for our growers as long as we use them smart way that can provide or give us long-term of the sustainable way of the protection. That's why it's very important. If you are organic, go with the biofungicide if they are available. If you are not, don't only go with the synthetic, either alternate or combine with the biofungicide to get the sustainable, better way of the protection.
Yeah, and in your presentation, you did talk about that, about being able to combine if you're not an organic grower. So it does sound like there are a lot of options for growers in that way to use biofungicides.
Yes, but keep in your mind, read the label. If the label is allowing that you can combine or alternate, you go with that.
Yeah. And I guess that's where you consult with your PCAs and CCAs, right?
Exactly.
So, just to wrap this up, where do you see the future of biofungicides evolving in viticulture?
Not only viticulture, I can see that is getting more common and getting attention on another crop in California. I gotta tell you, when you go to the crop production in Europe, the more biological, organic teams are going, and then the growers are going on that avenue. I believe California is one of the leading states in that sense in United States, and our growers are going more paying attention about what are the biological, what can I use, what are the sustainable way of controlling. I'm very proud of our growers in that sense.